Dink here.
Okay, that sounded good. That was nice and loud.
Test, test, 1, 2.
Maybe a little louder.
Test, test, 1, 2.
No, that's what I mean. I'm going to have to see if I can boost your volume.
Oh, well, here, how about I do that?
Yeah, like he's got
Ooh.
his mic up here and he's like, oh, maybe I should do this. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, that actually was where the microphone was. I'm usually blaring people's ears out with my voice, so.
Okay, sounds good now.
Okay.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Wow.
If
How
if the
much?
foo shits,
Wear it.
Hi.
I got you.
No.
That was Helmet, right?
Yes.
All right, that's good. Helm, did you want to share what we talked about earlier with everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna turn it over to him just for a second. Go ahead.
So when I was younger, I had to take some medication, and one of those side effects, one of the side effects is my vocal cords never developed completely like they should. So that's why my voice is so high pitched.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna really worry about it. You know, just as long as we can understand what you're saying, and we can, so everything's good. Yeah, I don't think there's any problem. Hopefully that's not, you know. All right, so some of you have made Traveler characters before, some of you haven't. I don't know if, and I hope everybody here is familiar with how Roll20 works. Okay, so just the mechanics of the software. But if you don't, just let me know. Okay, where did that come from? Did I create that?
I'm familiar with Roll20. I've played many a times on it, but I'm not familiar with Traveler. I've been itching for like 10 years to play Traveler.
Oh, okay. Well, you came to the right place because I've been playing Traveler since about 1977. So I played every edition of Traveler, except for Traveler 2300. I used to own it, but I never played it. So, but Mongoose Traveler is probably the best version in my opinion because I measure like quality on how easy it is to comprehend. You know, and some of the editions of Traveler, like T5, which is Mark Miller's newest version of Traveler, it is overly complicated. But this one is got a good balance of a little bit of complication, but everything flows smoothly. All right, so I've got some folders here for you guys. Your journals should be fairly empty. You might have some library data available, and you might have a player's handbook on there. It's actually not the player's handbook. It's called the Explorer's Edition, but it is technically just the like meat and potatoes, how to get into the game. And if you're interested in getting your own Explorer's Handbook, they're only 99 cents on the Mongoose website. So I thought that was really good. Okay, so let me open up your PC Crew pages and start adding some characters in there for you.
Yeah, I don't see the Explorer's Handbook.
It's called Traveler Player's Handbook. It's all the way at the bottom. You don't see that?
No.
Nope, I see campaign recap. Welcome to the Reach.
No. It's all the way. It's outside of all the folders. It's at the very bottom.
Nope, don't see it.
Okay, hang on. I have a feeling I didn't share it. I did not. How about now?
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was me. Okay, so Spec, you should have a character sheet visible. Dragging it down into your folder. There we go. And then Hell on Wheels, I suppose. I don't know.
He'll be on
Right.
the PC crew, right?
Yep.
All I see is skills with special.
Okay, do you see your folder called Spec? And then something below that. Okay.
I also do not have a player folder.
Yeah, I haven't given you one yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I haven't given you a character sheet is what I mean.
Yeah.
Because what I did was this afternoon I went through and deleted all those test character sheets.
I see one.
Yep, there you go. And let's go ahead and put one in Mason since he's patient.
I thought I was helping.
There you go, Mason. You should have one now.
Aura Ecro.
Well, that's
Yeah,
like
I
a randomized name generating thing. And then finally, we'll put one under Dink. Right? Okay. And to be honest with you guys, if we wind up having just 4 players, I'm totally okay with that. Because that's a good party size, actually. You get too big, and then people start to lose their voice. Okay, Dink, you should have one too.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah, I still don't have one.
Try all the way at the top. That's where mine was.
okay, I just drug them all down. Okay. Who just said that he was missing one?
Spec.
Back. Okay, let me double check that I shared it with you.
Yeah, I just relogged to check to see if that was set.
It's not shared.
Okay.
There's something going on with my copy of the Traveler Player's Handbook. It says something went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's a PDF. Do you have any way to read PDFs?
Oh.
Yeah, because when it should open up in Roll20 as a PDF, and you shouldn't need anything else.
It says permissions. It says please check your permissions. Or reload.
Okay, yeah, it might be like part of your Roll20 settings not to open any, PDFs. I don't know. But you won't need it. You honestly don't need it. It's just there for you to look at and maybe learn on your own the rules. But I'll be your guide for you for all this character creation and lore dropping and knowledge and all that. Okay, so there are so many different aspects of Traveler that I could go in 100 million different directions, and every one of them would be correct. So what I'm going to try to do is just start at the beginning, right, and then just work our way down the line, and then once we get everything finished, then I'll maybe do a little bit of a lore drop on you guys, and just a little bit of knowledge. And what I'm planning on doing at the start of every session is we're going to have a little bit of a recap of what we did in the previous session. why you're in the situation that you're in, or where you're at, just to give everybody a refresher, a mind, a jolt to their mind. But I'm also at that time going to drop a little bit of lore, history of the world, what's going on in the universe kind of thing. And I don't want to do that all at once, because there's literally over 1,000 books written for Traveller. And if I tried to give you all the information from everything all at once, after about 15 minutes, you're just going to fall asleep. And then you won't get all the information. And there's just too much. I'd be sitting here just going on for hours and hours, and we're not going to do that. So I'm just going to do like a paragraph or so at the start of each game to get you guys, and then just gradually over time, you're going to learn quite a bit. Now, a lot of this will be in your library data. Right now, library data is probably just has read this first and campaign recap. Welcome to the Reach. But it will grow, because I have like 1 million items in the library data, but I'm not going to turn them all on at the same time. It's going to slowly grow. So I recommend coming back and checking your library data from time to time, or like if you're just curious, middle of the week, log in, go to library data, see if anything's changed. Okay. So now that you've got your character sheets, I'm going to create one for myself, mainly just so that I can follow along with you guys. Right, the very first thing you're going to want to do is name your character. Now, you can pretty much make up any combinations of letters and consonants and vowels and just put it together and make some kind of sci-fi name, or you can pick more traditional names, whatever you want. It's totally, all of it is okay, because the language that people speak is called Galanglic, and it's kind of like a variation of another language. This other language is from a people that came from a planet called Land. Here, here's the lore that's coming out, right? And this people on Land, think of it like North Africa. I mean, it's livable, but it's a hostile environment, okay? But it's still, people can thrive. And they eventually developed star travel, and they expanded their horizons to different worlds, and they came upon this planet that was lush, green, beautiful, and the ruler of Land moved his capital to this world, and the world's name is Capital. Okay, so it's the capital of the Empire. The Empire has gone through a number of different iterations. It's risen, it's fallen. It's currently in the Third Imperium. And the language has evolved, and it's called Galanglic. So it's not English, it's not Earth, right? Even though that's what we speak, right? And so if you want to call yourself George, well, it would be the Galanglic version of George, but because that's not what we speak, we'll just call it George. That's what I'm trying to get at. So once you guys get all your names, you hit save. I think is a button down there at the bottom called save, and it'll take you to your character sheet. So far, so good. Is that where everybody's at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you look, before we do anything with the character sheet, under name, you can see your name is there, right? Where it says name, age, homeworld, race, all that. We're not going to worry about your homeworld and your race. Everyone here is going to be human. Okay, if you want to type human in there, you can, or humanity is another word you can use. Okay, so if you go to the top left of your character sheet, under the tab that says character sheet, there is a button, a little red plus sign by settings. If you press that, it'll open up into 6 different character sheets. You don't need them. Okay, I'm just telling you now. The only one you need is PC, player character. This is really for the game master if he wants to make an NPC, an animal, a ship, a vehicle, or whatever. Now, for one of the players, or I should say for the party, I've created the ship, like a ship version. And in that ship character sheet, this is for you, Mason, because I know you're more interested in keeping track of all of the minutia of managing the ship. 2 tabs to the right of that is called trade, and we'll work. And you can click back and forth from them, and it won't change your character. So you can actually have your PC. You know, if you had an animal companion, your ship, your vehicle, and your trade all on the same page if you want, right? But all you guys need to worry about is PC right now. We're making our player characters. And if you can close that settings tab, you know, it should be a minus. Okay, now at the very top, it says role type. Boon, normal, and Bane. Right? Normal should be black, right? It should be highlighted. That means whenever you roll your dice, you're going to roll 2 dice, right? Because that is every die roll in Traveler is 2d6. So you roll it's a normal roll, so you're going to roll 2 dice. If you had Boon, it's going to roll 3 dice and take the best 2. And if you choose Bane, it's going to roll 3 dice and take the lowest 2. So think of it kind of like advantage and disadvantage from 5th edition D&D. And modifier should be yes. What that means is when you go to roll, there's going to be a little pop-up window that says what are the modifiers. And I might tell you, you got a +2 on that. So you just put in +2. Or I might say you got a boon, and so you got to click on the boon and a +2, and then you got a +2. So, and then it'll roll it and it'll let you know if you succeeded. Usually, this is 90% of the time, you're looking to get an 8 or better. If you roll under an 8, you're getting a level of failure, right? And if you roll over an 8, you're getting a level of success. And that success, that difference above and beyond, above or below, is called the effect. And if you ever get 6 over what you're rolling, that's a critical. Okay. All right. So now you got your stats, right? This is what we're doing next. You have 6 stats: strength, intellect, dex, education, endurance, and social. And if you look on the map, right, behind your character sheet, in the upper left-hand corner, it says step 1, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to roll 12d6, and you're going to try to get a score of 42 or more, okay? And you all use you can use the advanced dice roller in Roll20, or you can just type in /R 12d6, whatever you want to do. You can go ahead and roll that now. There you go. Oh, Hal's got 42 right there. Mason's got 49. Okay, okay, so it's Gabe. It's not Dink. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, that's just the name of the character. I always.
Oh, okay, that's the name of your character.
My name second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so you have a 40. So, and Spec, you got a 37. So you can accept what you rolled, which I wouldn't, or you can re-roll all of the dice and aim for a 42 or more.
I'm going to try one more time.
Yeah.
Do we just keep going till we break 42?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Okay, there's a 46.
Yep, that was me.
And I see a 41.
Okay, I'm rolling like that today.
Yeah, Dink, man, what's going on? You got to get new dice. There you go, 42.
Right, 42.
Okay, so now when you look at your dice collection, because luckily it shows you every die that you rolled, you pick any two of those dice and put that in your strength rating, and then any other two and put that into your dex rating, and you go through until all 6 of your stats have 2 dice. Okay, so like if I was to look at Mason's number, his first 2 numbers are 5 and 4. If he wanted a strength of 9, that would mark off those 2 numbers. But he doesn't have to. He could go with 2 1s and have a 2 in strength if that's what he wants. And just go through all your stats until they all have a number. Now, right now on the map, right below where you rolled your dice, you'll see the values on the left, the characteristic score. If you have somewhere between a 6 and an 8, your modifier will be 0. That means you won't modify your, skill rolls or whatever. But you could probably suffer with a 3 to 5, probably not with a 1 or a 2. Now you can't get a 1 in character creation initial die roll because a minimum is 2. And you can get all the way up to a 12, which would be a +2 if you have 2 6s and you want to assign those. In character creation, during character creation, while you're going through your careers, your stats can go up and down. So this is only the starting point of your character. It can go up to 15 and it can go down to 0. Having a characteristic of 0 is pretty much debilitating. I think you're actually convalescent. I would try to balance out your dice and put them where you fall in that mid-range for the majority of your stats. And if you got some good rolls, then I would go with the higher numbers. I would avoid trying to get low numbers. If you guys have questions about the stats and how they affect you, you can ask. But it's pretty self-explanatory. But just let me know when everybody's got their.
I think I did it correctly. Can you double check to make sure?
I can. Until I get everybody's voices.
The spec.
Okay. Thank you. I see Faustus. Is that you?
Yeah, Faustus Thunderstorm.
Okay, looks good. I see a 6-5, 6-5, and a 6-4. So is that right? 6'5", 6'5", and 6'4". And then if I look at your stats that you eventually rolled, it was a 46. Okay. 6'5", 6'4". Where did the ones go? You put like a 4 and a 1 to give yourself a 5?
No, I put it in the. Oh, it's in the temp. My bad. So add the.
Add the 2 dice together.
Right. Okay. So that would be 7.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and you want to get rid of the temp.
Yeah. I'm just using it right now as a like. I already put it in there, so I'm just kind of like doing the addition with it.
Okay. Yeah. Just
8. Delete and delete.
don't delete your mods. Okay. Because a 6 to 8 will give you +0 on your mods, right? But I see you have an endurance of 10. That gives you a mod of +1.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, so everything's done right. FYI, your endurance is your hit points. So it's always good to have a good starting endurance. But if you're not planning on getting into any kind of firefights or whatever, then don't concern yourself with that. Your total hit points is your strength plus your dex plus your endurance, but the endurance is always hit first.
Okay.
And when you take damage, it actually damages your stat until it gets healed. So you could, if you like, let's say you got a 5 endurance and you take 5 points of damage, well, now you got an endurance of 0. Until it heals.
Okay.
Okay, and you'll notice under your movement on your character sheet, it should be 6M, because that's human. And then okay, well, we know Spec got his. What about the rest? Mason, you set?
Yeah, I'm in good shape. Dink.
I'm
thanks.
still kind of playing with it, but I think this is where I want to be.
Okay, well, you have to.
I got it. Yep,
you have to
this
make
is
a
it.
decision. All right.
I've made it.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to step 2 on our character sheet. Background skills. Okay, so now I'm going to explain the way skills work on your character sheet, because this isn't really, it might not be intuitive, but you've got these tabs down here called Prime, Skills, Inventory, Combat, Powers, Notes. Okay, if you click on Skills, you don't see anything, right? But under where it says Select Which Skills to Show, there's a little red plus there. You can open that up, right? Now, depending on how neat you want your character sheet to be or not, you could just check that little checkbox that says All, and it'll show all the skills. Or you can not, right? You just leave it like that. And I chose Select Which Skills to show, and then you've got a list from Admin all the way down to Vac Suit, and you can just select those, and it'll populate an area below where you will be eventually adding your skills. This should be pretty explanatory. But under background skills, you get a number of skills equal to your education modifier plus 3. So if you have an education somewhere between 6 and 8, that's going to be a 0, and then plus 3 is 3, obviously, right? That's math. And so if you get to pick that many of these skills listed from admin, animals, art, athletics, that whole list right there on the screen, right there. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay, now those skills come up as 0. Okay, so when that when you add a skill, I'm just going to use admin as an example. If you chose admin 0 as your one of your background skills, and you when you go to the admin skill, it'll have something called skill level. You just leave it there at 0. Lost hell. Okay, and then where it says trained, you go ahead and change that from an X to a checkbox. An untrained skill gives you a -3 modifier. A skill level of 0 means you're trained in it, you just don't have any skill levels. So it basically means it eliminates that -3. And then it can go up from there.
Okay, so since I have a 0 modifier in my education, I can only get 3.
You get 3, that's correct.
Okay, so yeah, I got it.
What 3 did you choose?
Athletics, drive, and survival.
Okay. Now, just letting you know, if you look to the right, you're going to see the draft table. And if you look below that, you're going to see all the skills listed in the light blue of the planet. And if you find drive, which is right there, there are a number of specialties you can choose from, but you can't choose the specialty until you get level 1.
Right.
So at level 0, there's no specialty. Now, let's say you do get drive 1 sometime in the future, and you choose wheeled vehicles. So you would have wheeled vehicles at level 1, but you would still have drive at level 0, because you could still drive all the others at level 0. But now you could, but if it was wheeled, it would be level 1. I wonder if hell's coming back.
Might have crashed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Has everybody gotten their skill? Their background skills.
Yes.
Yes, boss.
All right. Perfecto. Or perfectamundo, I don't know. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we'll have to get Hell caught up if he is able to get back on. We're going to the start of your career, right? So there's under Prime, right? You have something called character history at the very bottom. And that is a not the rivals, enemies, contact, allies, not that. And not the recent history, but the character history. This is where you're going to keep track of your terms. Terms are tracked in 4-year segments. So you can say term, you can just put a 1, and then what happened in that first term, and then you can have on the next line down, you could have a 2, and what happens in that term, and then the next line down you get the 3, and and you just go. And just understand that each one of those is 4 years. Okay, so we look at everybody's got a pretty good idea of which way they want to go with their career. We're on number 3, education. You do not have to you don't have to get an education, is what I'm trying to say. You can just go straight into one of the careers. And if it is the big table on the bottom right-hand corner, from agent, army, citizen, drifter, all the way down to scout. If you have an idea of which way you want to go, but you're not sure and you got questions, you can ask me. Or you can do a prior service, like you can go to a university or a military academy. University is just that. You know what that is. And a military academy is either Army, Navy, or Marines. And if you go to a military academy, you are automatically in that branch of service in your next term. So like the first term you would be in school, and then the second term you would be on active duty. But then after that, it can go in any direction. Now, you do not have to choose pre-career education in your first term. It's very, I think it's misworded, because you have up to 3 terms to decide if you want to go to school. So you could actually, become an agent, do 2 tours with agent, and then eventually go to a university. Not sure why you wouldn't just do university up front, but there's always options. Okay, and at this point, we're going to go one player at a time to make, and from this point on, we're pretty much going to go one player at a time, one term at a time, so that we can kind of keep the ball rolling and it doesn't overwhelm me as well. And the rest can just listen. And we're going to start with Mason. I'm looking at you. And are you going to do pre-career education?
Yes. I think it's worthwhile to go to university.
Okay. So give me a second to get there. Pre-career, here we go. You said university and not military academy?
Correct.
Okay. Does many worlds have one or more universities in their main settlements? University education will channel a traveler's efforts into a narrow range of skills, but there are few other ways to become more skilled than so quickly. Okay. To enter, you have to roll a 6 or better, but you get to add your education modifier. So you basically, on your character sheet, you should be able to just click on the word education and it should roll the dice for you. Just like that. Where are we at? I gotta scroll all the way down. You rolled a 9. Okay, so you have been accepted into university.
Of course I was. I'm a genius.
What's your social standing?
6.
Okay. If you had a 9 or higher, you would have gotten a +1 to entry. If it was term 3, you would have got a -2 to enter. But that's okay. None of that's happening. I'm going to copy and paste a list of skills into chat. And you get to pick one at level 0 and another one at level 1. It is admin, advocate, animals, art, astrogation, electronics, engineer, language, medic, navigation, profession, science. Okay. And if you want to know what the any is, that's the list that's under the draft table. That's a specialty. That's only, you don't only have to worry about that if you choose that as your level 1 skill. Now, it doesn't add a level, it puts it at level 1.
Yeah.
I know, but currently you only have 3 level 0 skills, so that doesn't really
Yeah.
affect you.
Then,
You've lost the player that was planning on being the pilot.
yes.
But none of those are pilot.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and take a 0 in admin and a 1 in navigation.
Not astrogation?
Yes, astrogation. That's what I meant.
Okay, navigation is like land nav.
Yeah. Astrogation at 1. Gotcha.
Yeah, and astrogation does not have a specialty. It is its own specialty. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we got those 2 skills. And then you go to increase your education by 1.
Click.
Yep. And let's see if you graduate. Okay, no modifiers. Just make an intelligence roll, and you got to get a 6 or better.
Oh, I'm a dummy.
You did
I
not.
have snake eyes.
You did not graduate. If you graduate. All right. Term 1's done for you. All right, so then we go to Dink.
I am not going to military academy or university. I'm going straight to the Navy.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to qualify for the Navy. If you scroll all the way down where it says Navy, you see that there's a qualification of 6 or better, right? So what that means is you make an intelligence roll, or intellect in this game, and you're looking to get a 6 or better. I am going to double check. Okay, you got it. But I was going to double check to see if there were any other modifiers. Did I hand out? Nope. Wait. Should be a handout. Hang on. Oh, here they are. Okay, there were modifiers, but none of them applied to you. Okay, so I'm going to show this to you. Something should have popped up?
Yep. Do I take the service skills?
You don't do any of that just yet. You're jumping the gun. Okay, so commission. You have an option to apply for commission only during your first term, unless your social standing is 9 or better. What is your social standing?
4.
Okay, so you can apply for a commission on your first term if you want. It's voluntary.
I do not.
Okay, you just said screw it. Okay, so pick one of the assignments, right? Are you line crew, engineer, gunner, or flight?
Engineer.
Okay, So you can put on your first line of your terms, you can say 1 Navy engineer, and then we have to see if you okay, so you chose engineering. So if you look at the little table down here where it says skills and training, where it says engineer gunnery, normally you would roll a d6 to see if you gain any of these, which skill you gain. You actually gain all of those. So you get engineer, mechanic, electronics, engineer, gunner, and flyer. Now, I see engineer is on your list twice. That's interesting. Let me double check to see if that means anything. Oh, okay, right. Okay, so you get all of those at level 0.
Gotcha.
So it's not a +1 or anything like that, like it normally would be. But because this is basic training, you get a 0 in all of those. So far, so good?
Yeah, I'm in good shape.
Okay, so now we have to see if you live. So, being an engineer, you have to make an intelligence roll, and you have to roll a 6 or better. With, no modifiers.
I did. I rolled a 9.
I'm with you. Okay, so you survive. Each career, you also lose the benefit, right? Natural 2 means you die. Okay, right. If you're still in your career after resolving the survival, we do an event. Okay. Okay, so this is something special. Navy is number 8. Okay. When you roll your event, you can make it available that one of the other players participate in that event with you. You don't have to. You can only do this twice, and they have to be with different players. If they accept, and you guys have to kind of like brainstorm, how you two were on the same event, and then once you do that, you both get a skill, and that skill you get is any skill. So there's an advantage of having what's called a connection. But okay, so give me 2D roll. Roll 2 dice 6. Just a straight up 2 dice 6.
9.
9. You foil an attempted crime on board, such as a mutiny, a sabotage, smuggling, or conspiracy. Do you want to share that with someone? Or you don't have to do it now. You can, if you plan to be in the Navy for a while, you can always do the connection later.
I'd prefer to do it that way till I see how it all plays out.
Okay. So basically, then in that line where you got Navy, engineer, you can put your event was that you a foiled, which one of those? Mutiny, sabotage, smuggling, conspiracy?
Yes.
Which one?
I picked up a +2 DM to advancement roll, and I picked up an enemy.
Which one though? Which mutiny, sabotage, smuggling, or conspiracy?
Call it a conspiracy.
Okay. So there was a conspiracy on board. You thwarted it or foiled it, And we're getting ready to make an advancement roll. Yeah. So on your character sheet, if you scroll all the way down, there's a spot for enemies. You can just put enemy number 1. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so now we're doing advancement. Engineer is education 6. So really, you only need education 4. You just make that education roll and try to get a 4 or better.
And 8.
Yeah. So you advance. So you did not roll a double 6, and you didn't roll 4 under the number of, or 4 under your number of terms. So no modifiers there. So you become rank 1. You're an able space hand, and you learn Mechanic 1.
Got it.
Right, and that's the end of the term. So you are good to go. Now we go on to Beck.
I'm gonna go through the military academy for Army.
Military Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me go back to that page. Before joining, you said Army.
Mm-hmm.
That's endurance, and you need a 7 or better.
No modifier, correct?
Correct. You squeaked in. Okay, so you are in the military academy for the Army. Okay, so I'm going to open up the Army for you. There you go. Now, on your skill list, which is the skills and training area, you learn all of the service skills listed. So you see where it says drive or vac suit, athletics, gun combat, recon, melee, and heavy weapons, all at level 0.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I click the select which skills to show.
Right?
One area. Okay.
And then when they come up, you would you don't have to change their level because they're going to be all at level 0. And then just click the trained, because level 0 actually will allow you to get rid of the -3.
Okay, since I already have athletics, it's just now it's just trained.
It would have been trained anyway. Anytime you get level 0, you get trained.
Okay, so all these are just trained.
Correct. And if you already had a skill, it would have had no effect because it's only giving it at level 0. It's not increasing it. All right, you got all those?
I think so, yes.
All right, now let's see if you can graduate. There's modifiers. Do you have an endurance of 8 or better?
Yes.
That's +1. Do you have a social standing of 8 or better?
I do have a social standing of 8.
So that's another +1. Okay, so you're going to make an intelligence roll and add 2. So, but we'll just make the intelligence roll and I'll mentally add 2.
Okay.
But you're looking for a 7. Okay, you actually got a 10, right? Because of the +2? Darn. Because 11 or better is honors. Okay, so
close.
but you did graduate. Graduation benefits. You get some benefits.
Okay.
Are you entering the army?
That was the idea.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So choose 3 of those service skills and increase them to level 1. So far, so good?
I just need one more. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to do.
Which one? Right.
I'll go with recon.
Okay. Recon is probably, in my opinion, the most important skill in Traveler. It is perception in other games. Just FYI. But it's also your ability not to be spotted when you're trying to. It's not stealth, but okay, whatever. And you also increase your education by 1.
So instead of 6, 7 now.
Right. Okay. So you didn't have a very high education when you went to the academy. Okay. You didn't increase. You didn't graduate with honors. And graduation allows automatic entry to your career.
Okay.
So long as it's immediately after this one. Okay.
That's what I was gonna do.
Graduation allows a commission roll to be taken before the first term of a military career. So commission is social, 8 or better.
I do have an 8 in social.
No. You roll the die and you click social and you try to get an 8 or better.
I did not.
Okay, but there are modifiers. Hang on. I don't think there's +4 though. So long as the first career after the university with a... Yeah, you would have had a +2, but that wouldn't have got you an 8. So you did not get commissioned.
Okay.
And if you attend a military academy and fail to graduate, that's okay. You're I neglected to do something. Okay, so let's finish you, and then I'm going to step back a little bit and go back to Dink, because Dink, you went to no, you did not. You didn't. Mason went to university, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Mason.
Okay, Mason went to university. Okay, so I'll have to step back to Mason. But right now, Dink, I'm sorry, Spec, I need 2d6. Everybody gets an event, even in college. Okay, so 9. This is for Spec. You develop a healthy interest in a hobby or other area of study. Gain any skill of your choice, with the exception of Jack of all trades, at level 0.
Okay.
What skill are you choosing?
Um.
Make it a good one. No. The ship does need, still, it needs a pilot, a medic,
Isn't the medic also the steward of the ship?
I mean, it can be. Doesn't have to be.
I could
This is really this. Honestly, the ship is a warship. It's not really a passenger liner.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just do medic then.
Okay. They get medic 0.
Mhm.
All right,
And
I'll need
trained,
that.
correct?
Oh yeah. Anytime you get a skill, it's going to be trained.
Okay,
Untrained are the skills that you have nothing to do with.
gotcha.
Mason, I need a 2d6 roll for your event. And don't forget, if you wanted to, you could do a connection with that event. So if you wanted to, let's say, choose Mason because he went to school, but maybe a different school, and maybe you were rivals or something, you both, I'm just throwing this out there, you guys can choose any skill at level 1.
Okay.
You want to do that, Mason?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to say how this event ties you two together.
Okay, so that was you picking up a hobby, right?
Right, a
Correct.
hobby, a medical hobby.
A medical hobby.
But just because he's got medic 0, that doesn't mean, like, you might have also picked up a medical hobby, just didn't get the skill medic, right? And then maybe afterwards, after class, you met in class, after class you went to the bar and you decided to choose carouse or whatever.
Okay.
I just need to know how it ties together.
I could see it if you were an athlete in my medical hobby. I could be patching you up after like a.
That actually does fit with what I've got so far. So yeah,
you get in a bar fight. I had to stitch a wound or something.
I was going for a run and I got hit by a car.
There we go.
You were such a good passerby with your new first aid knowledge.
Okay, so because that's good. Put that in your little history bio. Now, because of that, you both can choose any skill other than Jack of all trades at level 1. Which means if it has a specialty, you get to pick the specialty. Now, how that ties in, I don't know.
What does carouse do?
Carouse is your ability to smooth. It's you can drink people under the table. You can dance. You are not a like a diplomat. You're like if you go to a party, you can hold your own. You're not a wallflower. You can mingle with people, and what it does for you in the game is it like usually helps you break ice. It helps you pick up knowledge at a party or even at a bar or a restaurant or something like that. Yeah, that's carouse. It's like you're a social animal. You're out there. You have no problem meeting people and talking to them and stuff like that. But it's not diplomat. That's a little bit different.
Right.
That's like etiquette.
Yeah, I was just looking for something that like somebody who's interested in like antiques.
Interested in what?
Antiques.
Yeah, you can be an archaeologist
Where would that be?
under science.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was my other thought. It was either art or science.
I'm gonna go with broker.
Ooh, good choice.
Okay. Yeah. So
I sold my pain meds to pay for school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After the
So
accident.
broker, you know where the you know how to manipulate the market to make money and stuff. You know what it is. Okay. So far, so good. Hell is not coming back. I mean, I didn't get a message from him. Hopefully, he didn't like lose internet connection or something. We'll get a word from him. Stuff like that happens.
According to Discord, he's not even in the server anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He probably lost internet or something. Oh, you mean like he just dropped out of the... Oh, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
he dropped game.
Well, that was quick.
Aw.
Yeah. Okay, well... Poo on him then. Okay. So... maybe he just... maybe his voice made him feel uncomfortable. And that's under... You know, I'm okay. Either way. Okay, so that means everybody's gone through your first 4 years of life. You're all...
I still need to go back and get my event.
Yeah.
Did you not just roll it? Oh no, you did connection.
Right.
Man, okay. 2d6.
I got a 3.
Oh, you got something good. I don't know, I haven't read this. Okay, your time in education is not a happy one. Well, you didn't graduate, right?
Right, and I got hit by a car.
And you got hit by a car. You suffer a deep tragedy. Perhaps
He
you
got hit by a car.
That's right. It says, perhaps you become hopelessly addicted to drink or drugs.
The pain meds.
Or a failed romance leaves you in tatters. Or a fatal accident involving a close friend shakes your confidence.
Let's do the addiction. Sounds fun for the character I was hoping to get.
Okay. And then it says, you failed to graduate. That was the penalty.
Ah,
So,
well.
which we already knew. I just had you roll for it. Okay. Yeah, so. Yeah. Okay, so what, you were addicted to drugs
Yes.
or drink? Okay.
I think
So-
he was addicted to drugs because he was saying that he was becoming a broker for selling his drugs too. So he was using
The pain
that-
meds.
Yeah, I was gonna say pain meds. Yeah.
Yeah, pain
For-
meds, that's what it was.
And he was,
opioids.
and you can share that with someone. It just can't be back because you've already had a connection with him.
I have so many choices then.
But you don't have to do it now. You can wait till the next, military career or whatever.
Right.
Or you can hold on to it.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it and see what else
Something else might pop up. Right.
happens. Yeah.
Okay. So everybody's gone through their first, and so we start over with Mason. You failed to graduate from university. The world is your oyster.
Okay.
What do you want to start adventuring right now, or do you want to join a career?
I want to try for the agent career. Specifically, if I choose now, law enforcement. No intelligence. I want intelligence. If that matters yet.
It does. But you have to qualify.
Excellent.
And you can see that you get a -1 for every previous career. That does not count education.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to roll intelligence and get a 6 or better.
A 6?
They think that you qualify. All right, so once you qualify with a new career, you get basic training, and because this is your first career, you get to choose basic training. Where are we at? Your first career only. Service skills at level 0. So what is that? Streetwise, drive, investigate, flyer, recon, and gun combat.
Okay.
Get all those at level 0. And then we do survival, event, and then advancement. So law enforcement is endurance 6 or better. No, not law enforcement. Intelligence. Yeah, intelligence 7 or better.
10.
Okay. Yeah. You survive. And then we go to your event, which agent is the first one. $2d6 on events.
There it is. Okay. 2d6. 5.
You establish a network of contacts. Roll a d3, and that's how many contacts you get.
2.
Yep, you get 2 contacts. Dink, when you were in the Navy, did you get advancement?
Yes, I did.
You were rank 1. Okay, you should get a skill for that. So when we come back to you, make sure you get a skill for that. Okay.
Okay, I picked up a skill due to my advancement, which was Mechanic 1, if that's what you mean, or do you mean I need to roll again?
You'll get to choose one of the tables to roll on.
Okay.
Yeah, Mechanic 1 was because of the new rank. Okay, so you did the event. Now you're going to you get 1 skill automatically, and you can choose from this is Mason. You can choose from personal development, service. What's your education? If it's at least 8, you can do advanced education, and then you can also do intelligence.
It is exactly 8.
Okay, so you're okay. So you get all 4 of those choices. Choose one and roll. Wait, I'm sorry. This is your first term, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, second term, first as an 8.
Okay, that might be why I skipped you, Dink, because instead of rolling a skill, you get the basic training. Okay, so we are actually correct. So you've already done your basic training. You're good. Both of you have already done that. So there's
okay.
So there's. And you did an event, and now you need advancement. Advancement is a mandatory roll. If you roll 4 less than the number of terms you've been alive, then you fail and you get booted out. But if you roll a boxcars, then you're forced to stay in. But otherwise, what'd you roll? Intelligence.
Okay,
intelligence 5 or better.
Okay. I got a 10.
Okay, so you get rank 1, right? And because your intelligence rank 1 is called agent. An agent. No, hold on. Yeah, Dink still gets a skill. Okay, my brain is going all over the place. You get deception 1 because you are an agent, and then you get to pick one of the skills, one of the tables to roll on. Dink still gets that as well.
Okay.
Personal development, service, advanced education, or intelligence.
I'll do personal development.
That's a D6.
Yes. A 5.
Plus 1 intelligence.
Awesome. That puts me at 12.
That's pretty smart.
That's why I'm an intelligence guy.
Okay. We're gonna start Dink, but before we start, you're gonna get one free skill, and it can be. Is your education 8 or better?
Yes.
Okay, so you have personal service, advanced education, or engineer, and you roll a die, and you'll get that skill.
All right, I'm rolling on the engineer, and that's just 1d6.
That's right.
That's a 5. That gets me gunner.
Right, now that gives you Gunner 1, right? So Gunner 1, it has a specialty. Turret, artillery, screens, or capital. I recommend turret. There's 2 turrets on your ship. And
Gotcha. I'll go ahead and take the turret then.
yeah, maybe artillery if you plan to shoot at the planet from orbit, but it's not a capital ship. It has no screens. Okay. All right. So that was before we actually got this term started. Okay. So now we go to term 2 with you. You automatically go back into this if you want. Now you can opt to switch assignments, or you can even switch to a different career. Or
Nope,
you can
staying where I'm at.
stay where you're at. There you are. So, right. So you don't have to roll qualification. You can't roll commission because it's after the first term, and so we're looking for survival. We'll do the event, then we'll do advancement.
Okay, so, all right, so I do survival first, or do I do a skill first?
Skill.
A skill. Gotcha.
Mhm.
1, engineer, and I'm going to take life support.
Okay, so you have engineer 0 and life support 1. Yeah, because you got all the engineering at level 0, and then but life support's at 1.
Gotcha.
Okay, now we do a survival roll.
That's 2d.
Well, no, you click on your intelligence and you try to get a 6 or better.
Oh, okay, sorry. That's a 5.
That means you did not survive the term. Okay, so what that means is if you fail this roll, you immediately roll on the mishap table, and then it forces you to leave the career.
All right.
You also lose the benefit, okay? But that's okay. So, wait, Navy is number 8. Okay. So it's a 1 die roll on the
7.
It's 1 die.
Oh, I'll take the first one, a 5 then.
No, you'll roll a die, 1 die.
4.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, you are blamed for an accident that caused the death of several crew members. If you were responsible, then you gain a free roll on the skills and training tables before you were ejected from the career, as the guilt drives you to excel. If you were not, then gain the officer who blamed you as an enemy, and you keep your benefit roll. So basically, it's saying you get the benefit roll or you get a skill.
Okay, what do I need to roll?
No, you choose. You choose. Are you to blame or are you not to blame?
Yeah, not my fault.
It's not your fault? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right. So you will get your benefit roll for this term. Now, whenever you're ejected from a career, you have to immediately muster out before you move on to your new career. So looking at your mustering out table there, for the Navy. You can choose to roll. You roll one die at a time, and you decide if you're going to use the cash or the material benefits.
Did I hear you say that I get to roll for a skill though? Still, since it wasn't my fault.
What? Hold on. No, you chose the benefit roll and not the.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? Am I right? No, you get the skill if it is your fault. Because that you were driven to excel.
All right, no problem. So
I want to see if there's a benefit because you are rank 1. Because there are those pluses. Bonus benefit rolls. Highest rank achieved, rank 1. Yeah, you get an extra roll. So you'll actually get 3 rolls, but no pluses.
all right, I'm going to roll benefit first.
Okay, go ahead. 1 die.
Three.
+1 education or 2 ship shares.
I'll take the education.
There you go. Just so you know, this is kind of a meta, just so you know, for the campaign. Ship shares are used to pay for repairs to the ship. The ship that you own, that you're all, you don't own it, but you're borrowing, is less than perfect. It has some flaws. And to repair those, ship shares are a way to go. Or you can develop your own education. That way, you know. Either way. Okay, but
all right, so next one I'm going to roll benefit again.
Okay.
4.
That's a weapon.
All right.
Do you have a choice?
Yes, I want to pick up energy, so the stunner.
Okay, so you want to pick up a stun, a baton, or a stun pistol, or a stun? What are we talking about?
The stun pistol thing.
Okay, stun pistol. It's not a skill. This is the weapon itself.
I understand.
Okay.
And the last one I am going to roll for cash.
Okay.
3, so that's 5,000.
Oh, I'm looking at Army. Okay. Yep, that's what I see.
Alrighty.
Okay, so you are now no longer in the Army, and the mishap was your event. Okay, so then we go to Spec. This is your second term. You are in the Army. Do you want to stay in the Army? Do you want to
let it ride?
You want to? Okay, let's do it. At that point, you're not you're. What is your assignment? Support infantry or cavalry?
Infantry.
Okay. You're one of the poor bloody infantry on the ground. Okay. And you've already gotten your service skills. So choose one skill. And if your education is over 8, you can go personal, service, education, or infantry.
If it's over 8?
8 or better.
Oh, okay. So I have to roll for 8.
No, you don't roll anything. You choose personal development, service skills, advanced education, or infantry. This is a chart that you're rolling on for a skill.
Let's see. I'd probably do personal development.
There we go.
I can't
Okay.
do advanced education because I have a 7.
Right, that's right. So roll a d6.
Just 1d6 or 2d6?
1d6. A 4. Gambler. So you get Gambler at level 1, or 1 better if you already have Gambler, which you don't.
I do not. Level 1 gambler.
Level 1 Gambler. So, you know, throwing the dice. Okay, and then
Playing poker in the back while everybody else is fighting.
now you're trying to survive. That you need to roll a strength roll, and you're looking for a 6 or better. You just click on the strength. It'll roll the dice. You got a 10. You survive. Okay. So before we go to before we go to advancement, we go to event.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 2 die, 2d6.
Okay. Oh.
A 4.
4.
Okay. You are assigned to an urbanized planet torn by war. You want to share that with anybody? You can't share it with...
We'll go with Dink.
That's if he wants to, right? Well, he is in the Navy, so maybe he transported you there or something.
Yep, and he did have an accident where a lot of people died.
Dink doesn't have to accept, but do you accept?
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay, so you will both get any skill at level 1. Actually, back that up. You get any skill increased by level 1. So
Increased. Okay.
Yeah, so if you've already got a level 1, you can make it a level 2.
All right, I am going to choose life support because, yeah, I'm going to take, no, I already took life support. I'm going to take jump drive.
There you go. So now you're broadening your engineering capabilities.
I think I should take vac suit just in case that we have to spacewalk anywhere.
That's smart. Okay, so you choose vac suit.
Mm-hmm.
And you get 1 skill. It's either stealth 1, streetwise 1, persuade 1, or recon 1. Choose one you don't already have. That's what I'm saying.
So if it's recon 1, I can't just go up to like recon 2 with it.
Correct. This gives you recon 1.
Let's go with stealth.
Okay, stealth 1. There you go. You're one of those commando types. Okay, so now we're going to check your wait. Okay, you already rolled for your skill. Okay, we're going to check your advancement. Is your social 9 or better?
It is not.
Okay. Then education roll, and you're looking to get a 6 or better. It's easy because, you know, people dying all around you. Okay, there you go. What is your current rank? Is it rank 0?
This will be the second term as Army, so...
No, I mean, if you never had an advancement, you were at rank 0.
Then yes.
Okay. And now you're rank 1.
Find that.
It's in your history. You just type it in. You just say second term, Army, infantry, you know, deployed to an urbanized planet and was promoted to rank 1. A lot of typing, but yeah. Okay, so you get 2 skills. You get Recon 1. So do you already have Recon?
Yes.
So you don't. And then, or do you have Recon 0? Because it'll change it to 1. And then you also,
1.
and then you get Gun Combat 1.
I already have that as a 1.
Right. Now think about this. Gun Combat is a specialty. Which specialty did you choose when you got it the first time?
I didn't pick a special.
You have to choose a specialty when you're at rank 1 with a skill that has specialties. So the first time, did you choose Archaic, Energy, or Slug?
I'll pick energy.
Okay. And now you're getting Gun Combat 1. So now you can pick one of the other 2, and so you'll have 2 at level 1, basically. So Archaic or Slug?
Slug.
Yeah. All guns are Slug.
And they're all level 1, right?
Yeah, it gives you level 1, yeah. Yeah, energy weapons are a rarity. Just so you know. In the army they're pretty popular, but on the planets you're running around with like shotguns or 9mm auto pistols and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's more or less, it's like, just in case I ever pick one up, at least I have a skill that I can point it and shoot it.
Right, and energy is pretty much lasers.
Mm-hmm.
There is something called a fusion gun, and there's also something called a plasma gun. Those are not energy weapons, even though you think they are. They are considered heavy weapons. And they're also like, you'll never see one. Okay, so you got your advancement. You didn't roll too low. You didn't roll super high. You're done.
Okay.
Okay, we're back to Mason. You are law enforcement, right? You weren't. No, were you kicked out? Somebody was kicked out.
Intelligence. I advanced.
Okay.
I am an agent now.
You are an agent. Do you want to stay as an agent, or do you want...
Yes.
Okay, and do you want to stay in intelligence?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no role for qualification or anything like that. You just get a skill. It starts off like, boom, get a skill.
So this is where I choose one of the charts?
Correct.
Okay. I will take advanced education. Yes.
And you roll a d6.
Boop. A 4.
Medic.
Okay.
It gains.
Gains 1.
Right. If there's no number next to it, then
it's a 0.
It goes up by 1. No, it's
okay.
0. Yeah, if there's a 0, then it is 0. If there's a 1, it's a 1. If there's no number, it goes up by 1.
Okay.
So you got medic 1. And medic's not a specialty thing. So, all right. So before we do survival.
Okay. Which
7
is an intelligence roll?
7 or better.
10.
All right. You live. And then, so you roll for an event.
Oh.
Two dice.
12.
Okay. Your efforts uncover a major conspiracy against your employers. You are automatically promoted. Okay. So that makes you a field agent, rank 2, which gives you investigate 1.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see that at the bottom of your character sheet.
Yep.
Okay. But that doesn't mean you're automatically promoted, but you still have to make your advancement roll. So you could be technically promoted again. Thinking. Let me double check that. Because we skipped right over promotions or advancements. Why am I going there? I'm going the wrong direction. Commissions. Okay. Advancement. Each career, you start it right if you are. If you make this roll, move. It says you may attempt only one advancement. You may only attempt to advance once per term, which automatically promoted. I think that replaces the effect of your promotion, but you still have to roll. Because if you roll boxcars, you
8.
Yeah, you're fine. Whether you pass or fail is fine. You didn't roll.
Oh, that would have been a 10. Because if it was the promotion thing, it'd be intellect. But
Right, it's int.
but still, not boxcars.
Not boxcars. Right. So you're done. So that term is over for you. So we go to Dink. You're still in the Navy.
Do I roll a skill for the promotion? That was a thing, right?
It is. So because you automatically got promoted, yeah, I think you should get a skill. I would say yes. Because your roll was good enough. Let's go with the skill.
Okay. I'll do personal development again.
Okay, roll a d6.
A 3
Endurance.
plus 1.
Yeah.
Puts me at an 11.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to reorganize these a little bit so I know what I'm doing. Okay, Dink. It's a new term. Were you kicked out? Somebody was kicked out. Who was kicked out?
I was kicked out.
You were kicked out of the Navy?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to choose a different career path.
I am going to go Army.
You want to go Army, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so you get a -1 to the qualification because you've had one previous career. So instead of a 5, you're looking for a 6 endurance.
All right. That's endurance?
Endurance, yep. Because you got to do those 2-mile
And that's
runs.
it -1, right?
You just try to get a 6. I've already put it in there. Yeah,
I got a 9.
Yeah, you're good. Because
Hey,
the target
DB.
was actually a 5, but because of the minus, you had to get a 6. Okay. So yeah, so let me. And Army should be open for you to see, right? Because I shared it with everybody. Okay, good deal. Okay, so you qualified, and if it is your basic training for subsequent careers, you can pick any one skill listed under service skills at level 0 as your basic training.
Yeah, I'm going to take gun combat.
All right, so you got gun combat 0. And that is your initial skill. So now we're going to try what assignment did you want? Support infantry or cavalry?
I'm going to go infantry.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm going to go support.
Like a combat engineer or a cook? Okay. Okay.
Well,
That's
no, not a cook.
not a cook.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So support needs an endurance 5 roll to survive.
Endurance. That's a 3.
That's not good. Okay, so we are going to be checking table 2 for your mishap. One die.
5.
A 5. You are tormented by a quarrel with an officer or fellow soldier. Gain that officer as a rival as they drive you out of the service. And you lose the mustering out benefit for that term. So basically, it just ended your career right there. Boom, done.
Yeah, so I got to get gun combat, and that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's right. Okay, so Dink is done. We're back to Speckman. And you were also in the Army.
Yes.
And you made your advancement roll. You are able to switch if you want to support infantry or cavalry or stay in the infantry.
No, let's keep going.
Okay. Strength. Oh, wait, you get a skill. Personal service. Are you commissioned? No.
No, not commission.
Okay, so then just infantry.
Okay.
Because I don't think your education is 8 or better.
No, it's a 7.
I'm just going off memory. Okay. So personal service or infantry. Which chart would you like to roll on?
Well, let's go personal one more time.
Absolutely. You're going to fight those aging.
Mm-hmm. And that's a
D6.
just 1d6.
Yeah, are you not looking at the table?
No, I am.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you roll a
I got
5, that's medic. And that is a +1. So if you have medic already, it goes up a level.
Oh, sweet. Okay, and then it's the survival, the 2d6, right?
Correct. Well, no, you just click on your strength, and it will automatically roll 2 dice and add your strength modifier.
Okay.
Which is probably a +0. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a +0.
Okay, you got your 6 or better. You survive. That means you have an event.
Yay!
I know. And we are in the Army now. Event. Yeah, 2 dice.
2d6.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Okay, a 7 is always a life event.
Uh-oh.
Okay, which means I have to scroll through the book until I get to life events. Okay, life events. There we are. Yeah, that's another 2 dice. A 6. New relationship. You become involved in a romantic relationship. Gain an ally. What?
Oh, under allies. Okay.
Yeah, under allies, just put like romantic or something like that. It'll let me know when I'm assigning your allies and your enemies and stuff, where you got it, how it affects you. Yeah, so tweet on somebody. All right, and that was your event. So now we try to go for advancement. Do you have a social standing of 9 or better?
No.
Okay. All right. Basically, I ask that every time because anybody that's got a social standing of 9 or better can attempt to commission every term. Until you get it, of course. Okay, but you don't. So education roll. You're looking for a 6 or better. Is that a 6? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you got promoted.
Again? Okay.
Yeah, you got promoted. What is your current rank now?
Was a rank 1, now I'm promoted to rank 2.
Okay. So what is that? Let me get there. Enlisted rank 2 is corporal. And then you get to roll on one of the skill tables for your newfound promotion. Personal, service, or infantry.
We'll go with infantry.
All right.
So that's a 2d6?
Skills are always 1 die.
1 dice. Okay.
Melee. Okay, melee is also a skill that you have to choose a specialty. Unarmed, blade, bludgeon, or natural. You probably don't want to choose natural because you don't really have any natural weapons.
Right. I'm gonna probably.
You're not a
go
minotaur.
with blade.
Okay. Yeah. Swords and junk. Okay. Knives, daggers,
Would
swords.
a bayonet consider as a blade, pretty much?
I think so. Yeah. Absolutely. It's like a spear, if you want to call that. That's considered a blade.
Yeah, I kind of figured because we're the large-scale combat situations, you're going to go into hand-to-hand, so bayonets would still be used in the time frame.
Yeah. And being in a war-torn city, fighting for your life. Okay, so you got your promotion and your term is done. Back all the way around to Mason. You are an agent still.
Oh, yes, I am.
Are you going to switch assignment or stick with intelligence?
No, this is what I'm doing.
Okay, so you get a skill.
Okay. I will roll advanced education
Okay.
with explosives. Nice.
Yes. I don't think explosives is a... No, it's not. It's not a specialty one. Okay, so you got your skill. Now you're
Yes.
rolling to see if you survive.
Okay. Which is...
Intelligence 7.
I got a 7.
You live. So that means there's an event. Roll 2 dice.
Okay. 5.
You establish a network of contacts.
Again.
D3 contacts.
Okay.
Well, if you roll the same thing, you'll get the same thing.
Yeah. One more contact.
Okay.
I have
So
3 now.
you're on different worlds in this area. I'm going to plant some people that you can talk to. Okay, so that was your survival roll. That was your event. Now we're going for advancement. You are
Okay.
currently rank 2 field agent, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're looking for
And
intelligence
advanced.
5 or better?
A 9.
Okay. So you are now still a field agent. It's just rank 3.
You said advancement 5 or better, right?
Yeah, intelligence
Yeah,
5 or
okay.
better.
So the only way I can fail to advance is snake eyes, but I can still die. As long as I survive, I'm good. Okay,
Well, no,
9.
if you ever roll less than the number of terms,
Oh, right, that was a thing too.
yeah, but you can't if you got big pluses. So
Yeah.
okay, but either way, you're rank 3.
Rank 3.
And by
I
getting
don't gain a thing, but I
Yeah,
get
you
to
do.
roll.
yeah, by being promoted, you get a skill.
Yeah, I get to roll, but there's not a level specific skill that I also
Correct.
get.
Correct.
Okay. I'll do personal development again. I'm liking this pattern. A 5 is another intelligence.
What are you at? 13.
Yep,
Okay.
smart guy.
Okay, just so that everyone knows, we haven't really gotten close to this yet, but you cannot have more skills than 3 times your intelligence and education added together. Skill levels, that is. So, and no skill can be higher than level 4 during character creation. So if you get close to it, then consider that. Okay, so you're out. I mean, you're done. All right, so then we go back to Dink, who was in the army for a moment. Now, where would you like to go?
Can I go back to the Navy?
You can, because you took some time away, but in another career. Let me double check this. I do believe you can go back.
James appreciated your Minotaur comment.
Yeah. Qualification. You cannot enter your... Okay, if you fail this check, you cannot enter the chosen career this term. You must either submit to a director. If you leave the career, you cannot return to it. If you leave a career, you cannot return to it in the next term. Yeah, so you can go back to Navy.
Okay, so I have to requalify, correct?
You have to requalify. Yeah.
All right.
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
All right. So Navy looks like intelligence 6 or better, but because it is your 3rd term, you get a -2. So you need an 8. You need an 8 basically. So you just roll 8 and try. Yeah.
I got a 9.
All right, you're back in the Navy. You can choose line, engineer, gunner, crew, flight. Which
Engineer.
All righty. And let me reopen the Navy because I closed it. You're going back to being an engineer. It's like you're re-enlisting. Okay. It's not your first time in the Navy, so you don't get basic training, so you just roll a die and get a skill. Which chart are you going to roll on?
Engineer. 5.
Oh.
I got gunner again.
You got gunner. Okay, so you can increase your turret, or you can choose a different type of gunner.
I'm taking turret.
Yeah. I would do that. Okay, survival. 6 or better.
That's
Intelligence.
intelligence again.
Yep. I'm not looking at the rolls. Okay.
That's a 6.
All right, so you did not get kicked out again.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You're making me feel wonderful. I'm just messing.
Well, at least you get a event. Let's see here. Where is my army? No, Navy. You're Navy. Okay, so that's 8.
All right, so I'm rolling an event.
Yep, 2 dice.
Three.
Okay, you join a gambling circle on board. Gain Gambler 1 or Deception 1.
Gambler.
Okay. If you wish, throw a gambler skill roll.
What happens if
If you succeed, gain an extra benefit roll this career. If you fail, lose a benefit roll this career.
Do I have to use it?
No, this is if you decide to gamble, you can gamble right now.
No, I don't want to gamble.
Okay. So you're not going to gain or lose a benefit.
Okay.
You break even. Okay, so that was your event. Now let's see if you can get an advancement. Education 6 or better. You're currently rank 0.
Aren't I still rank 1?
No. You lose all that when you leave.
An 8.
Okay, so yeah, you get promoted to rank 1, which gives you a skill.
The same skill I got last time. It's mechanic 1, so I don't get it since I already have it, right?
Does it say mechanic 1? I'm not looking at the right chart. Yeah, you went from crewman to a able space hand. Yeah, let me double check the rank because I don't want to have to go back and retcon anything. Changing careers. Yeah, the career begins afresh with the Troubler starting at rank 0. Okay, so, yeah. Say, yeah, the mechanic doesn't do you any good, but by getting promoted, you do get to roll.
All right.
So, personal service, advanced education, if you're...
Engineer.
Okay, engineer, you're focusing.
3.
Electronics.
Okay, I'm going to take electronic sensors.
Okay. Yep.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's a good one to have. Advance. No, life. Wait, where were we at? You just did your advancement, and that's where you got your skill. Got it. Okay, so that's where we're at. You're done. Did you get your event? Yes, you were in a gambling ring. That's right. Okay, so we're back to Mason. What term is this for you, Mason?
This is my
Count schooling as well.
This is my 5th term.
Okay, so at the end of your 4th term, that would be everybody's 4th term because I've been kind of keeping with everybody. At the end of your 4th term, I do believe you start to die.
I think I'm at my 4th term.
Yeah, everybody should be at the end of their 4th term.
I got to rank 2, and I did 1 thing of college.
Yep. Well,
That would be.
you should have on your character sheet 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? 1 being college.
Where was I supposed to be putting that under?
Character background. Have you not been? Yes. Have you not been keeping track of each of your terms of service and what happened during that term of service?
No, I got the connection with Mason. I got the ink transported me to the planet. Got promoted to rank 1, and then the rank 2.
And then school.
Yes. That's what the one with Mason's car.
Yeah. So that should be 4 terms.
Okay.
Right? Because because I haven't duplicated anybody. I've been going around in a circle. So
yeah, I was just like, I was trying to do my math, and I was like, "Is that 4? Yeah, I think that's 4."
So the first term in your career, you were 0. End of it promoted to 1. Then 1 promoted to 2.
That's where I'm missing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So so everybody will need to do a aging roll before we start our 5th term if you want to do that. At the end of the 4th term, at the end of every term thereafter, you roll 2 dice on the aging table and you use your total terms as a negative on the table. So the older you are, the lower the number is going to be. And if you were looking at the map, it's right there. So basically right now, 4 terms, you just subtract 4. So go ahead and roll 2 dice, Mason, and subtract 4.
A 2.
You already put the minus? No,
Yeah.
you rolled.
Oh, I said 2D. Oops. 2d6 minus 4.
Yeah. I know
I
the
did
rule.
math.
Yeah. Okay, but either way, a 4 is a 1 or better, which is no effect.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's right. All right. Are you sure you want to go into a 5th term?
Absolutely, I am.
Okay.
I'm just getting started. I'm staying an agent.
Okay. So, skill?
Skill will be advanced education.
Okay.
A 6.
That's survival.
Electronics.
Oh, I'm looking at Army. Sorry. It's like, what? Okay. Advanced education? Electronics, that's right. Got to pick one.
Yes. Okay, because I already had it at 0. So I will get a specialty in
Being a superhero.
computer.
Okay. Yeah,
Total
so computer will be
hacksaw.
1 and the rest are all 0. Okay.
Okay, and then I have an event.
Or
Oh,
survival. Yep, you got a
Yes.
survival roll. Which could cut.
11.
Okay, what'd you actually roll?
A 6 and a 3
Okay.
on intellect.
Okay, you did not roll a 5 or less. Okay, that's good. All right, survival wouldn't matter anyway. That's advancement. Intellect 7 or better. Yeah, so you survive. So that's an event.
7.
Which is 2 dice. Life event, like we said. 7s are always life events.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the life. It's also 2 dice.
Oh. 12.
You explode. No. You have an unusual event. Something weird happens. Roll a d6.
6.
Okay, it says you have something older than the Imperium, or even something older than humanity.
What?
Yep. You have something older than the Imperium. So something over 3,000 years old.
Well, the end of that, though, perhaps older than humanity.
I know, right?
Okay.
I know what it is.
Okay.
I've already got it picked out in my head.
Okay. So it's like an object that I found, or I have a disease?
No, it's technology.
Okay.
Yeah. Ancient technology. So you can, in your inventory, you can just say you have some ancient technology. And the ancients were
Yeah. Crazy.
crazy people. Okay. So that was your event. So now you go with advancement. If even if you want to leave, agent, you still have to roll because you might get boxcars.
I got a 6.
Okay.
I
With-
needed a 5.
Yeah. So you advance, you get promoted. You're now a special agent. You're SA, which gives you gun combat 1. Do you already have any gun combat?
No.
Okay, there you go. So pick one because it's a specialty.
I will take slug.
Right. And you get a roll because you got promoted.
Yes. I will do personal advancement with a 6.
I know you meant personal development.
Personal development, yes.
Athletics, which is also a specialty. It's dex or strength or endurance, I don't remember. Yeah, it's all of those. Dex, endurance, or strength.
Dex.
Okay. Very nimble.
I am.
And you are done. So then we go to Dink, who is successfully in the Navy. He has to make an aging roll, which is 2 dice minus 4. You're 1 or better, you're fine.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Yeah, you're fine. And so, do you want to continue in the Navy?
Yes, I do, and I'm going to continue in engineering.
Sounds good. So, get a skill. I don't know what chart you were rolling on.
6, engineering.
Okay.
I got flyer.
Flyer. Yep.
And
What?
I have to pick one, correct?
That is correct. Airship, grab, ornithopter, rotor, or winged.
All right. I love dunes, so I'm going to pick an ornithopter.
Okay. Surprised you didn't pick grav. Who's gonna drive? Who's gonna drive the air raft? You don't have one, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say. I mean, what's common, what's not? You know, I don't know.
Air rafts are extremely common, but
Okay, I'll take grab then.
ornithopters are kind of a planet specific, like only on Arrakis.
Okay, I'll go ahead and grab then if that's cool.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I mean, rotary wing helicopters, that's kind of a popular thing, and winged aircraft are kind of a thing. But grab for a higher tech, once you start to get around 9 technology, grab vehicles become very popular.
Okie doke.
That was entering. Now, survival.
Okay. That's
Intelligence. Intelligence?
intelligence again.
6 or better. Or intellect.
8.
Yeah, you're good. So I'm gonna look for Navy, and you're gonna make a benefit roll, or I'm sorry, a event.
Am I getting kicked out again? No. That's 2D, right?
Yes.
10.
Okay. Wait a second. It is Navy, right? Okay. Just double checking. It says you have the opportunity to abuse your position for profit. If you do so, gain an extra benefit roll. If you don't, you get a +2 on your next advancement roll.
I'm going for the benefit. I am going to abuse my position. I've been kicked around so much, I'm a little pissed off.
Okay, so this term will give you 2 benefit rolls instead of just 1. Okay, so just note that on your yearly progress that you get an extra benefit. That was your event. Now we go for advancement. Education 6 or better. Oh yeah, yeah. So getting pretty close to your terms, but you're good. So because it's only
All right, that's
it's your
rank
5th
2. I get nothing out of it.
rank 2, nothing out of it. Okay.
And I get to roll on engineer again, right?
Rank 2 gives you petty officer 3rd class, doesn't it? No, because you had to go back to rank 0 and then you got to 1. Yeah, you went to 1 and now you're at 2, so it should be petty officer 3rd class,
Oh, okay.
which is vac suit 1.
Okie doke.
And you get a roll.
Rolling on engineer again.
All right.
4.
En-
Engineer.
Engineer. You're going to know all the engines.
I am.
You can
Power
up it. You can
or-
up one, or you can pick a new one.
I'm going to go with power.
Okay. The only one you don't have is maneuver, right?
Correct.
Well, you got it at 0, but yeah.
If I might make a suggestion, you're getting very good at engineering. Maybe next time you should study engineering.
Okay, somebody's a funny man.
Oh my lord. Okay. So that was your advancement. Yeah, you're good. You're done. Okay. So at the end of the term, you're supposed to make the aging roll, not at the beginning of new terms. So let's go ahead and make that at end of your term 5. So it's 2 dice minus 5.
That's a 0.
Okay, 0 means reduce 1 physical characteristic by 1. So that's either strength, dex, or endurance. Your choice.
Oh, boy. All right.
And Mason, I need you to make that same roll because at the end of your term, you're supposed to roll.
No, a -1. So I will reduce 2 physical characteristics by 1.
Correct.
Disgusting.
Yeah, you're done. All right, so then we jump onto spec.
I am good. I don't need to go any further. I'm ready to adventure.
Okay, but you haven't made an aging roll yet.
I have not.
So it's 2 dice minus 4 because you completed a 4th term. Oh, you're good. No aging.
I didn't do the -4 on it.
That's still, it's 1 or better.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 or better is no effect. Okay, so if you're done adventuring or done career creation, then we do mustering out.
Yes.
So then we look at how many terms you served in the Army, which was 3, because you don't count the college. Right? And then what rank are you?
2.
Okay, that gives you another roll. A 1 or a 2 gives you an extra roll. So you're at 4 dice.
So it's 2d6, or it's 4d6.
Yeah, you'll get 4 1d6. No, you don't roll it like that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, don't. You go to your, if you've got Army up, which is there, it's a 1 dice 6 roll. Now, do you have gambling?
Yes, I'm a gambler.
Yep. That I do believe that gives you a +1 on the chart. Double check just to make sure. You get +1 on the cash column.
On the cash column. Okay.
Right. So you got two columns. You got cash and you got material benefits. The most you can roll on cash is 3 times. You can't take all 4 of your rolls on the cash column.
Right.
But you can take 3 of them, but you only have to do 1 at a time. So you take 1 die and you decide, okay, I'm going to do cash. You roll it, and we'll see what you get.
I'll do cash first.
Okay, and it is +1, so you got a 2, which is 5,000 credits.
Okay, and then I put that under Prime, under... Is that a inventory?
Probably inventory. And it might be cash on hand or something like that.
Okay, and you said 5,000?
5,000. Yep. You get 3 more rolls. Where would you like them?
Let's go with items.
Benefits. 1 die, no plus. How would you get a plus? Oh, you'd have to be rank 5 or 6. Okay. So you get +1 endurance or a cybernetic implant.
Let's do cyber implant.
Okay, what do you want implanted?
Probably better eyesight.
Okay, so just put on your inventory a cybernetic eye. And I'll toss out a bunch of different options for you in a minute. And then you can pick one. Because you might have magnification, you might have night vision, you might have, you know.
Right. And then we'll do another one for benefit. 1.
That's a 2 +1 intelligence.
Yep. So then that brings up my intellect to a 9, right?
If you had an 8 before, yes.
Okay.
And you get 1 more roll. And you're floating on 5,000 credits.
I will do another cash.
Okay. And you get a +1 because you're a gambler. So
that's
3 gives you 10 more. 10,000.
So that's a total of 15.
Yep, total of 15.
All right.
And before we start the adventure, you are allowed to spend 10,000 credits on personal belongings.
Okay.
Anything else has to be bought during game. Or you can just save all your money or whatever, because you don't have to have anything. Okay, so hang out for a few moments while we finish up with...
Mm-hmm. I had to switch over to my phone because my headset just beeped at me real quick, so I just had to do a quick charge.
No worries. Mason.
Yes.
Do you want to continue?
Yes. I'm not a director yet. I have 2 promotions to go.
Well, we'll see about that. So you decided to stay. So
Yes.
You get a skill.
Once again, advanced education.
Okay.
5, that would be vac suit.
It would be. A suit like protection from vacuum. Okay. Survival.
A survival roll.
Intelligence 7.
9.
Yep. So you're going to have an event.
Excellent.
2 dice. Don't roll a
7.
7. I was going to
A
say.
life event, please.
Yeah. I was right there.
A life event of 8.
Okay. I was like, don't roll a 7. Okay. Betrayal.
No!
You are betrayed by some fashion by a friend. If you have any contacts, which I know you do, convert one into a rival or an enemy.
Averting contact. Number 3, the newest one.
Okay. All right. So that was your event. But now we go to advancement.
A 9.
Yeah. So you're promoted,
Excellent.
which puts you at assistant director. Is that right?
Almost there. Yes.
Yeah. And
I
that gives
will
you a
do-
skill.
Personal development. A 2 is Dex +1,
It is.
which puts that bad boy at 11.
And since that's the end of your 5th term, is that right?
Yes, it is.
So it's 2 dice minus 5 for aging.
That's what I rolled last time, though.
So it must be your 6th term.
Oh, it is 6th turn. Yep.
So it's
There we
minus
go.
6.
Oh, no. I got a 1.
No effect. You get one more term because no one goes past 7.
Okay.
Just so you know. So you got to become a director in this next term.
Okay.
Okay, but you're done. We're going to Dink.
Okay.
I am done.
No, wait. Advancement gives you a plus. You didn't get an advancement.
Oh, I need to advance. Oh, wait, I did. Never mind.
You did. You became an assistant director.
Yep,
Okay,
yep, I'm
Dink,
done.
sorry. Dink.
Yes, I am done.
Okay, so we're going to muster out. How many terms this time around were you in the Navy? Twice, right?
Twice, but I got an extra benefit roll
But you-
from
but
a
you-
life event.
But you got a 3, right? So you're going to have 3 rolls. What's your rank?
I am rank 2.
That gives you another benefit roll. So you'll have 4.
All right, 4 benefit rolls.
Do you have gambling?
Yes.
Okay, so on the cash table, you'll get a +1.
All right, I am going to roll cash first then.
Okay.
That's a 1 plus 1, so that's a 2, so that's 5,000.
Yes. The most you can roll on cash is 3 times, just so you know.
I'm going to roll again.
Okay.
On cash. That's a 2, that's another 5,000.
It goes up to 3, but it's also 5,000. Because you get a +1.
Oh, I get a +1 on all of them. Okay.
Yeah. All the cash rolls.
Okay, I'm going to roll a benefit this time.
Okay. No plus.
That is a 2 plus 1 intelligence.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to do one more in cash, and this is at +1.
It is. Yep.
That's a 6. That's a 7. That's 50,000.
That is correct. So you're flush with money right now.
Yeah, I'm in good shape. It's just I've got way too many enemies and rivals.
And you don't have to roll to age because you didn't do another term. Okay. So if you need to figure out what your age is, it's your number of terms
Yeah, I'm 34.
plus. That was the end of your 4th term?
That was
No, you did a 5th term, I do believe.
yeah, that's a 5th term. Term 1 is 18, 22, 26, 30, 34 is 5.
Term 1 starts at 18.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Term
Oh, yeah,
2
yeah.
is 22. Term 3 is 26. Term 4 is 30. Term 5 is 34.
Yeah, so at the end of it, 38.
No, at the end of your 4th term, it's your 34.
So I'm 38 now. Okay.
Yeah, you skipped. Okay. Yeah, 38. So you're all good. But either way. And we'll finish this real quick because this is Mason's last term.
Okay.
So you're choosing intelligence officer again, right?
Of
Agent?
course.
Yep. So you get a skill.
I get a skill from personal development. 2 is another dex.
Yep. What's your dex at?
12.
Oh, okay. Survival?
Good. I was hoping for Secret Agent Man. Okay. 9.
You survived, so you got an event. Don't roll a 7.
10.
You were given specialist training in vehicles.
Ooh.
Gain drive 1, flyer 1, pilot 1, or gunner 1.
Gunner can be turret, right?
Yes.
I'll take... I have drive 0. I'll take gunner 1.
Got to pick a gunner. Turret.
Yes. Gunner, trained, specialty, turret. Always good to have another gunner.
Yep. You got an upper and a lower. A ventral and a dorsal. Okay, so that was the end of your survival event. Advancement.
So then, advancement.
Intelligence 5 or better.
Yeah. 10 on the dice, so 12 total. But not boxcars.
See if it has to be natural.
Oh no.
Here we go. Natural 12. Okay. Which is what I thought it was. But yeah, okay, so you finished. You did get an advancement, so you get a skill.
Okay.
What's your rank? Director now?
Yes.
Okay.
So a skill from personal development. Let's finish strong. With a 5.
Strength isn't on that list.
Yeah, I know. Int plus 1 puts me at a 14.
Okay, you can have a 14 intelligence. That's doable. Okay, so you are going to have to muster out, but first, 2 dice minus 7.
0.
Okay, 1 physical by 1.
Okay.
Could be dex.
But that'll get rid of a whole mod.
It will.
What happens if I do that? I will take my strength down by another 1. Puts me at 3.
Getting weak. Getting weak.
Yeah, but I am so fast.
You have to muster out.
Of course.
So how many terms were you an agent? 6.
6, yes.
Did any of those give you bonuses? I don't think any event did. But your rank 5 or 6, right?
I am rank 6.
You're rank 6. Okay, so what that means is you get 3 additional benefit rolls. So how many is that?
So it's 1 per term plus those 3?
Yes.
Puts me at 9.
Okay. You get a +1 on all benefit rolls. And are you a gambler?
No.
Okay. No pluses on cash.
Okay.
No more than 3 rolls can be done on cash. You should have like 9 rolls.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Take that out. Oh no, I scrolled. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and knock out 3 cash rolls, because why not? I've got 9 rolls.
Okay.
I'll do 2 cash rolls real quick.
Okay. No pluses.
Save one. So the first one is a 4.
7,500.
Yes. The second one is also a 4.
7,500. Or 5,000, 15,000 or whatever.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
Same as Dink.
Then I guess let's go. A benefit is +1.
Yeah.
So I got a 3, which is a ship share.
Yep.
And 3 is a ship share.
That's good.
Those are useful.
Yeah. They're extremely useful on this ship.
Another 3.
Okay, so that's 5 rolls so far, right?
Yes.
4 more.
A 6.
Oh, you've already added the +1. Okay. +1
Yes.
social standing or a cybernetic implant.
Cybernetic implant.
Okay, what's being implanted?
What do my options look like?
Everything in your body can be implanted.
Eyeballs?
Yeah, that's what Dink got. So, yeah, just put down cybernetic eye, and I'll give you a list of options here in just a minute.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was roll number 6.
Yep.
So here's another benefit. Is a 7.
TAS. The Travelers Aid Society.
One more benefit. Another ship share.
Yep.
Man, I love sharing ships.
And you've got...
I'll do one last benefit.
Okay.
Another ship share.
Yeah, well, there's only so many things you can roll. You could never get scientific equipment.
Yeah, but I was hoping for some more implants.
Like a weapon, maybe? Or... Okay.
Yeah, or a weapon, or...
Okay, you are done. 2 of you have cybernetic implant options. Now, there is a player's handbook at the bottom, right? I think there's equipment in there. Roll down.
It still says on mine that something's went wrong on mine.
Okay.
I was gonna say I could probably just go get the book from Mongoose real quick too, like the PDF or something.
Yeah, it's only 99 cents, but or you can get the main book. But yeah, that has enhanced vision. That's the only one in the basic book. Okay, give me a second. Let me go to the updated catalog.
Also, Mason, you probably could have gotten muscle enhancements to get your strength back up.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Nah, I like the eyeballs. Night vision, targeting.
Page 48.
But yeah, that would have been smart.
I was thinking more like I can see like more sharper vision to see closer in, like magnifying vision, just so I can do better for medical checks.
That'd be good.
Enhanced vision, binoculars, IR, light intensification.
Yeah, but that's only the one. That's the basic thing. Just and that's Tech 14 too, so it's not available. Head. Okay. Cranial, no. Okay, this one's a possibility. So just add this.
cranial.
No, just add this to your list. Ballistic tracking. Okay. Cockpit sensory.
I feel like there's a joke in there. I'm not gonna pursue.
Okay, basic is available, so that's the enhanced vision. Nope, can't get that one.
Can't get enhanced vision?
No. The next one I'm
Okay.
looking at.
Okay.
It's called a fabulous. You can't get a fabulous. Mechanostatic scanner. No, it's an ear. So it's options. I kind of get the idea what you're looking for. You're trying to get. Yep, that's it when it comes to the augments. So you're looking at enhanced vision, right? Which gives you, like he was saying, it gives you binocular zoom and infrared or light intensifier. So you can see at night and you can see far. You're basically a $6 million man, whatever. And then, or you can do ballistic tracking lens or cockpit sensory. Cockpit sensory gives you +1 to pilot drive, flyer, seafarer, stuff like that. You know, driving vehicles. And the ballistic gives you a +1 for range attacks.
I'll take that enhanced vision. That's pretty cool.
Yep, night vision and binoculars.
Same.
Okay.
Looking like Riddick.
Actually, can I get binoculars with just the infrared vision so I can keep a track of patients' temperatures?
Well, you can switch between your infrared or light intensifier
Oh, okay.
and binoculars. You get all three of those abilities. It's not an or.
Super eyes.
Yeah, it's an and. So you can say I'm using my infrared, you know, and checking for heat sources or whatever, or I'm looking, you know, it's just dark out and you want to see pretty good. That's light intensifier. And if you want to check out what's going on in the next mountain over. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's it says binocular zoom. So if I need it says treat it as goggles. Page okay, page 73. So there might be modifiers. Hang on. Vision, binoculars. Okay, 10 times magnification.
What sort of options for brain stuff is there?
There's a lot.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just worried.
You want to be
choosing
AI?
poorly.
Well, there's Neuralink. there's wafer jacks. Basically, you can put like a little SD card slot in the back of your head.
You can know kung fu.
That's right.
I'll stick with the cool eyes.
Yeah, cool eyes are cool. And they're Tech 13, just so you know.
Mm.
Pretty high. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be hard to find on our own.
So I know that spending your hard-earned credits is like I want to sit down and kind of figure out all that. We're going to do that off camera. You're going to spend your cash before the next game or whatever. But before that even happens, there are some tokens down here at the bottom of the map. I see that Dink has already uploaded his own token, which is fine. I can add that to your character sheet. That's not a problem. If that's the one you want to use.
Yeah, I already put it on my sheet, so yeah.
On your new sheet?
Yes.
Okay, you're good. But the other guys, if you want, you can choose one of these other tokens. Let me know which one you're choosing. That way I can add it to your character sheet. Or you can. Yeah, I know. Choices, right? I mean, there's this guy.
Yeah, I was looking at him. That was my token in Derek's last Traveler game. I also went secret agent route, but I don't think he made director. I think he became a pirate.
There's like this guy. You know, he's kind of secret agent-y. But if you're a secret agent, you want to be secret. You don't want to be public.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry. Oh, like look at this guy's augment.
Is this guy Zap Brannigan?
Yeah. It's what's his name? Nathan Fillion. dressed as Zap Brannigan.
I'll take it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you can be Zap Brannigan.
I'm the captain.
Yeah, he's gonna send in all the waves.
I'm gonna go with this one right here.
That guy.
Yep.
Okay, got it. No problem. I'll add those to your guys' characters. Now, in the handouts, I've got quite a bit of. I got quite a bit of handouts, but the point is, I'm gonna just activate them, and then you can look at them at your leisure and pick and choose which equipment you're gonna buy and stuff like that. But remember, you can only spend 10,000 credits, and you can't get anything over tech level 12. You're limited by tech level 12.
Okay.
So, there's toolkits and med kits and all that stuff. And you're going to see, and there's armor, because some people probably want to get some of that. You can, if anything conflicts with what you see in the player's book, then pick the one you want. Like, because one came from the core book and the other one came from the Explorer's Edition. Supposed to be the same, but if they are different, I'll just write it off as being from a different world, as having different stats. Yeah. Nothing over tech level 12, and you can't spend more than 10,000. There are communication suites. There's med kits, which, yep, okay, there. The prices are here. Personal sensors, which some of you don't even need anything like that now. Yeah. Survival gear. Now, the ship does have like a ship's locker. It does have some survival gear already on it. But if you want to have some personal survival gear, you're welcome to it. There's melee weapons. Like if you want a blade, a sword, or whatever. There's guns. This page has the energy weapons, and somebody wants stunner, right? And pistol, stunner. Yep, it goes all the way. You already own one actually, so you'll just need the stats. Slug throwers, yep. Close all these. These will all be in your journal. There is something called weapon options. These are options you can add to your weapon. So like scopes or laser sights or gyro stabilizers, suppressor even. You know, you can get all that. And you have no problem owning anything that might be considered illegal. Because you can decide whether or not you're going to take it off of the ship onto the planet where it might be frowned upon or not. I'm not going to show that. You can't really buy that. If you decide to buy a computer and you want software on the computer, you could buy some software. Most likely, and you don't have to worry about normal clothes or anything like that. You don't have to spend credits on that. Now, if you want a vac suit or something, I think that's under armor.
Do they have vac suits in the ship's stuff?
I'll have to double check. I think there are 2 vac suits in the ship. They are old. If I was to put an age to them, I would say 200 years old. They're old, but they're usable. They don't leak. So,
yeah, but you can't get a vac suit for under 10K.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think there's two. There's 2 already on the ship. Yeah, I think that's all my equipment lists, which is quite a bit of them. And if you have any special requests or anything like that, that'll have to be bought during gameplay. Like if you want, I don't know, a lightsaber. No, they don't exist. Okay, well, I'm a little disappointed that we went from like 7 players down to 3, but that's okay. There's still some people waiting in the wings. I'll go ahead and what I'll do is I'll write them a letter and see if they, I'll send them messages and ask them if they are still interested or what have you. And if they are, what I'm going to try to do, I guess, is schedule another night for character creation, because I would like our session 1 to actually be next Wednesday. If I'll communicate it in Discord, you know, what the result is on that. But if they want to play, but the only time they can play is Wednesday or something like that, then we might have to postpone the game to allow them to make characters. But I'd rather not do that. But what do you guys think?
You're the boss. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to. we're partners in this. I want to be. I want to be.
I'm pretty good with anything. I mean, like I said, I work in the mornings, 6 days a week. So it's one of those things. Like since we're doing it in the evening, I'm good.
All right. Speckman wrote, "I wonder how much each ship share is worth." Right. 5 million credits. Just FYI.
And Mason has how many?
5.
And a Traveler's Aid Society membership, which is another 1,000,000 credits.
Plus, exclusive waiting list.
That's right. But you can't sell ship shares. Yeah, so he can't go to the bank and cash them in and get 5 million credits.
But if we need to get a 5 million credit repair, I got you.
Right. Then you can sign it over to somebody else. So it's, yeah. Okay, so before you go, we have a ship sheet. Everyone can take a look at it if you want. Right, that's the ship. I need a name for the ship. It already has an old name. I didn't put it on this, or maybe I did. Maybe I put it in the text. There.
I'm just gonna make a joke at this. We should call it the Half-Life 3.
That name would never fly.
Oh, I needed that laugh.
Okay, I didn't put it in the text. It has an old name. It is a ship from a bygone era. It was disabled and left in space for over 200 years. And then King Olib and his men found it, brought it back, and restored it. And the name is like almost all worn off. The paint flaked off and stuff like that. So, and it can be renamed. It doesn't have to be the same name of the ship. Okay, I'm trying to find ship art. There's another book right there. Are you able to open this? That's another PDF. The Harrier Commerce Raider, which is in the PC crew. Okay. Something's going on with your computers. I got no problem opening them. Uploaded them to Roll20 and they checked them, said everything's, good to go. Might be it could be your virus permissions, or your, those, whenever you try to open a, what is that, Windows 11? Prevents you from opening things. Oh, I hate Windows 11. I use Windows 10. Jump to the page. Yeah, it should be right here somewhere. Harrier class. 2-deck. me jump to the damage because it might be there. 200 tons. Yeah, because I want to say it's something like the Hagurin or something like that. It's like a hyphenated. Okay. I don't know where I put it. But this is what it looks like. The token. Got forward swept wings, so it's streamlined, fly in the atmosphere. Got a particle barbette on the top and a single missile launcher at the bottom. A very small cargo hold in the back. I think it's like 25 tons. They don't want to overwhelm everybody with too much information. Just so you know, we're going to start, the game is going to start with you guys all on board this ship in jump space, en route to a world, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time in jump space with you guys being basically isolated in jump space, and there's going to be interactions before you even get to the world you're heading to.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah.
Quick question. I've been doing some reading up on Traveler just for the simple fact that I plan on running a campaign this coming summer for my group.
Oh, cool.
That's why I'm actually playing, so I can just go ahead and get a feel for it again.
Sure.
I appreciate the opportunity. Now, are we still going to do the thing where before we start, you have like a list of skills that we can pick up if we want? I'm not sure what it's called. I don't remember.
It's called the package.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, no problem. And I've still got one connection open. So would you like me to use that now, or is it okay if I wait till the other players get in case somebody else wants one too?
Well, you have to use it with one of the other players during the event. So you would have to be part of someone else's event to be able to use that connection.
Right, I understand.
Yeah. So if you that's why I'm thinking that it might be best if some new players jump in that I communicate in Discord what day that will be, and then if you want, you can jump in there just for the opportunity to connect with them.
That'll work. I'm good for any day except for Monday.
Okay, so I'll just keep everybody updated in Discord, and but most likely, I'm gonna be honest. Most likely, it's gonna be. I have no idea. It's up in the air. So these other players, even though they said they were interested, that doesn't mean that they're interested. Like I said, though, two of them said he can only play every other week, and another guy said he can only play from 7 on, and I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. But then again, there was like 2 that I had to turn away, and then 3 more that just replied today. So there's like -2. There's probably like 3 still looking to get involved in the game.
No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm going to drop them a message, let them know that their spot's open if they want to jump in. Looking at chat, I see one guy. He sounds like he's already left, but his screen name is Varger. So yeah, and he says, enjoyed listening. Have fun. Yeah, I don't really have anything more to share that I want to share before the game actually starts. So yeah, just unless, okay, hold on. Let's make sure everybody is familiar with their character sheets, so that we don't mess anything up. Okay, so everybody knows where they're. Okay, we'll talk about steady periods. Don't worry about that. We got our character history. We've got your allies and all that in there, which I'll work on. Skills, you got all the skills. Okay, so let's pick a skill like, I don't know, medic, right? When you go to roll the skill, you're gonna choose. You just click on the name, just like everything. But before you do that, you have to choose the appropriate stat because every skill uses every stat. So it might be a medic intelligence roll. It might be a medic dex roll because maybe it's some fine surgery or something. Or maybe you're trying to diagnose a certain poison. That might be education. Or if you're trying to apply a splint, that might be intellect, or if you're at a medical conference, you might be rolling medic social, right? Okay, so you choose from the drop down which stat it is, and then so it's really the only thing you have to worry about, plus the boon and the bane, but that I'll let you know before you roll if it's a boon or a bane. Let me see, any other thing. Inventory, right? Okay. So your gear weight. Putting in your gear weight is not extremely important right now, but when you buy your armor and stuff like that, the combat page is only for the stats of the equipment, like the damage and the range and their protection and stuff like that. But you still have to also put it under inventory to get the weight to be applied. This is something I would recommend because there's two columns. They both can be carried, but I would recommend putting items that you most commonly carry on your person on the left side, and stuff you own but don't normally carry with you on the right side, like leave it in your stateroom on the ship or something like that. And you can uncheck or check if they're carried or not, and it'll add your inventory weight automatically. So I would do that. And nobody's psychic. Nobody's been trained to for that. You're in an area of space between empires. You're not in the Empire, and you're not in the Aslan Hyrate. You're in the Trojan Reach, and the Trojan Reach is kind of a bunch of independent worlds, and so they don't have the same stigma against psionics that the Empire has. There are still a lot of Imperial citizens in the area, and they bring their prejudices and stuff with them, but it's not like officially outlawed, that kind of stuff. And the notes is just a big page to put notes in. Yeah. There's a couple of red boxes above strength. Don't click those. Those roll your stats for you. And that's not the way we do it. Okay, I keep hearing chats. I'm not really looking. Oh, you're checking
no,
stunner
no,
and stuff? Okay.
Yeah,
that's,
that's just me, just making sure everything's filled out correctly, making sure the buttons work.
okay. The any like if you put damage, yeah, your damage is not correct. Just so you know, it's I've encountered this previously, and that's why I'm going to say it. Instead of putting 2D plus 3, the plus 3 is probably from I don't know where it's from, but the weapon itself, right? Okay, good. But put 2D6 because Roll20 doesn't understand what 2D is.
I just figured that out.
Yeah. So anytime it's like because it's understood it's a D6, but the Roll20 character sheet is not set up to automatically roll it as a D6. I don't know why it's not, but it should be. Yeah, I think that covers everything. And also the mods, sometimes they get changed accidentally because they have an up and down, like you can change your mods for your stats. So just be aware that sometimes you might click on it and change it by accident or something. Now, when you're damaging your stats, right? So like if you had, I'm going to put a 10 strength in my thing, right? So that should give me a +1 mod. Now, temporarily, if I put -7, it does give me a -1. Okay, that's good. -5 should give me a +0. Right? Because that would give me a 5 to... Nope, 3 to 5 is -1. I need a 6 to get a +0. Okay. Yep, okay. That works. So temp, you just, when you take damage in those stats, you just use the down arrow and click it down like minuses. Like I got a rating of 10, temp -4, gives me a mod of 0. Okay. Yeah, rads, you're all gonna have 0 rads to start. Which is probably inaccurate. I think everybody in the world has some rads on them already. But for game purposes, we're gonna say it starts at 0. And there's something called characteristics. That is, we're not going to be using those. Those are, in the compendium, they have some optional characteristics like luck and like comeliness, I think, or something. But there's other stats that if you needed to know what they were, you would put them in there. Like a Vargar might have, he doesn't have social, he has something else. I can't remember what it's called. Charisma. He's got charisma. But we're not using those alternate stats. And nobody had to go through the draft. Nobody went to prison. Nobody nobody got maimed during their mishaps. I mean, we did get some aging, but that's kind of normal. Also, don't forget to add your intelligence and education together, multiply by 3 to make sure you're not overskilled, which I don't think anybody is. Okay, so that's Go ahead.
Question on that. When over skills, now is that just the basic skills, or it's like for electronics? I've got like four different. I've got like, or let's go with engineering. I've got 3 skills under engineering, or does engineering just count as one skill?
Each level counts as towards that. So if you've got
Okay.
3 level 1s, that would be 3.
Okay, no problem. Just checking.
Yeah. There are 2 people on the crew. There is a Varger in the crew and a human in the crew that I reserve their primary job to be based on what the ship is going to need. So as of right now, what crew positions do we have filled? We got engineer. That's straight up, and we got medic. Somebody might.
Yep,
We got
medic.
You got turret gunners.
I could be the navigator if we don't get a better one.
Okay, so we got an astrogator, but nobody's a pilot, right?
Right.
And that's really all you're missing, right? Is a pilot.
That's about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, well, we do also have an engineer technically.
Well, you have a
Well,
you have a main engineer. That's Dink, right? He's already got a ton of engineering skills.
Yeah.
Now in the write up, it says that there's like 12 positions that could be filled, and there's like a secondary engineer. There's a medic and who also serves as a steward, and then there's 2 different gunners, and then you got boarding parties, 3 Marines, I think, and they have a captain in addition to the sensor operator, a pilot, and a navigator. But you don't need to fill all those positions, right? I mean, if you can, that's good, but if you can't, that's also fine. But you do need a navigator and an engineer. You need both of those positions filled if you're going to make a jump. And then if you plan to fly the ship, somebody's got to be a pilot. And I don't think anybody's got piloting. But that's okay, because we have a bundle of skills that are going to be passed out at the beginning. And somebody can take pilot. But if it's going to be a little tough with just 3 players as well. We're gonna have to get another player who's a pilot, or he can take over, like you said, astrogator, and then maybe you pick up pilot. Because broker is kind of like a on planet, not really needed at all on this type of a ship. Unless you're planning on buying and selling cargo, which you might, especially if you're trying to fence stolen goods or whatever. That might be important. You can go a million different ways.
Yeah, I played 2 Traveler games before, and for some reason they both went the merchant routes, and honestly, not my favorite kind of gameplay.
Right. It's kind of like the default Traveler, how you make money, enough money to pay for a ship, but that's not the way this campaign's going to be.
I'm gonna say I will probably be the worst steward ever.
Well, you don't need a steward if you don't have any passengers.
That is true.
Yeah. If you have prisoners, you just need guards.
One last question.
Sure.
It was never really discussed before we started. Are we restricted to human?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Yep. I have a house rule in my own brain, in my own head canon, that if I've never played with you before, you're human.
Gotcha. That's fine.
Yeah, if we ever start a second campaign or something like that, and you want to be maybe a Varger or something, then there's no problem. I don't mind that. But in the first time you play with me, learning the way I run the game and stuff, I want you to be a human, so you're not trying to run some crazy alien like a Hiver or something, and learn the way I run the game. It's me. Okay, so that's where I'm going to end it for tonight, guys. Spend your 10,000 credits or don't. Save your money. And then I'm going to try to communicate with some of these other players and see if they, when would be a good time to make characters. And if at all, it might be next Wednesday, but I'm going to try to get it before that so we can play.
Okay.
I already sent out the word to shoot you an email and the
Okay.
people that were interested.
Yeah, sooner the better.
Yep.
Sooner the better. And are they going to message me in Roll20?
I can tell them to message you in Roll20. Yes.
Yeah. This one guy.
I just sent emails, so
Yeah.
I was throwing all I was throwing your the live stream to everybody, and I was just like, hey, here, watch this. This is gonna be awesome.
That's right. And if they email me, that's cool too. That well, I'll just get it all squared away. The something was. Oh yeah. This one guy was like, I don't know why he even replied, but he said he can't use Discord. His computer won't let him load it. And I was like, we could use voice inside Roll20 because it's got a voice system, but I always disable that because
It's glitchy as hell.
That's what I heard. I've never used it personally, but I've heard so many other people tell me that it puts a big drain on your resources that I just go into settings and turn off video and audio.
That's actually kind of strange because I thought just about any damn potato could run Discord.
Yeah, I know. Well, he said it couldn't. He said, but we can maybe get into. He gave me a system that I don't. Not threads, but like Microsoft. I mean, it wasn't even like Zoom or
Did he
anything.
try to get you to go to Microsoft Teams?
It wasn't Teams. But it was something that I haven't really seen very often. It's like I thought that had already gone like 20 years ago.
Oh, he might have been like, hey, we should play on Skype.
Yeah, Skype or Yahoo Messenger or something. I don't know.
I mean, hell, I've got Discord downloaded on my phone. I mean,
Exactly.
we actually Monday
That's
night,
what I'm talking to you guys on right now.
yeah, a guy is playing on just a really cheap laptop, but he runs his Discord over his phone and it works flawlessly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with Discord at all. All right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go.
Okay.
Think of some questions for next week or whatever, or ask me in Discord, and I'm going to slowly activate the library data, so check back regularly and kind of see what I've added in. All right, you guys have a good night.
Hey, many thanks, Derek. Have
Oh,
a
you're
good
very
one.
welcome.
Thank you, man.
Very welcome. So far, so good. Oh, I didn't stop the stream, did I? Nope, still going. All right, guys. Like I said, I'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll play next week and not have a round 2 of character creation. If we do a character creation between now and next week, you might see a session 0.1 or something like that. I might upload. We might stream it. Yeah, I don't see why I couldn't. All right, you guys have a good night.